I really am. And for me to be standing up here with this award.
In the midst of all the buzz and speculation swirling around the iconic Hollywood star Doris Day, there's been a bombshell revelation that's finally come to light. After years of wondering and pondering, Doris Day's own son has taken center stage to put an end to the rumors and confirm what so many have long suspected. With a declaration of monumental proportions, he's poised to peel back the layers of mystery surrounding his mother, shedding new light on her enigmatic persona and giving us a glimpse into her private world. Let's hold our breath to listen to Doris's son's important revelation about her. Although Doris Day's tragic childhood was something she never wanted to share, her son broke the rules and revealed them in dramatic fashion. As the youngest of 3 children, Day was born into a household shaped by the legacy of German immigrants. Her father, a music teacher and choral master, carried an air of quiet reserve, while her mother managed the home. However, behind the facade of domesticity lay a tumultuous reality. Tragedy struck early in Day's life with the loss of one of her older brothers shortly after her birth, leaving her to grow up with just one sibling. The familial discord deepened with her father's prolonged absences and the palpable tension between her parents. Day recollected in her autobiography, Doris Day, Her Own Story, that the rare moments her father spent at home were often marred by heated arguments with her mother. Despite her tender age, she was keenly aware of the strained dynamics within her household. The fracture in her parents' marriage became irreparable when Day was only 12 years old. The catalyst for their separation was her father's infidelity, a betrayal that cut deep into the fabric of their family. Devastatingly, Day bore witness to her father's transgressions firsthand, unwittingly becoming privy to his extramarital affair with one of her mother's close friends. The revelation of her father's betrayal plunged Day into a maelstrom of emotions. She recounted in her memoir the heart-wrenching moment when she clandestinely observed her father's indiscretions during a lavish party hosted at their home. Sequestered in her bedroom, she grappled with a torrent of anguish as she listened to the discordant symphony of her parents' unraveling marriage. Doris Day was not successful from the start. Her son revealed this heartbreaking truth. From the tender age of a little girl, Day's spirit danced with an irrepressible fervor, yearning for the freedom of expression found in movement. It was a passion that burned brightly within her, igniting her soul with a desire to pirouette through life's grand stage. Her childhood reverberated with the echoes of her earnest pleas to her mother, beseeching her to enroll in dance classes. After much persistence, her mother relented, opening the door to a world of possibilities as Day stepped into her first tap dancing class in kindergarten. The world of dance became Day's playground, a realm where her imagination soared and her dreams took flight. Venturing beyond the confines of tap dancing, she delved into the ethereal grace of ballet and the daring feats of acrobatic dancing. With each pirouette and plie, Day's passion for dance blossomed, fueling her aspirations with an unwavering determination. It was at Hessler's dancing school, her third foray into the world of dance, that Day encountered a challenge that would test the limits of her resolve. The allure of 25 free acrobatic dance lessons beckoned, but the price of victory demanded a Herculean feat, to remain suspended in a handstand until all others faltered. Undeterred by the daunting task before her, Day embraced the challenge with fervor, dedicating herself to relentless practice. For weeks on end, she eschewed the comfort of solid ground, traversing her home on hands and knees, scaling stairs in pursuit of perfection. Victory, when it finally came, was sweeter than she could have imagined. Day emerged triumphant, her spirit soaring on wings of accomplishment as she claimed the coveted prize. Yet, amidst the euphoria of her triumph, fate lay in wait, ready to cast its shadow over her dreams. At the tender age of 15, Day stood on the precipice of a new chapter in her life, poised to embark on a journey to Los Angeles with her dance partner after winning $500 in yet another competition. However, fate had other plans. A fateful car ride on a rainy night ended in tragedy, shattering not only Day's leg but also her dreams of a future in dance. One memory Doris never wants to recall is the tragic death of her beloved dog. The aftermath of her harrowing car accident plunged her into the depths of despair, casting a shadow over her once bright dreams of a future in dance. As she limped back to school on crutches, Day grappled with a profound sense of loss and isolation, feeling the weight of pity bearing down upon her. The vibrant, active girl who once danced through life now found herself confined to the sidelines, a spectator to the world passing her by. The sting of pity, a sentiment she despised with every fiber of her being, only served to deepen her sense of alienation. Yet, amidst the darkness that threatened to engulf her, a glimmer of hope emerged, beckoning her toward a new path. In a bid to lift her spirits and provide a distraction from her anguish, Day's mother made a pivotal decision. She enrolled her daughter in singing classes, igniting a spark of passion within Day that would soon blossom into a flame of artistic brilliance. But fate had more in store for the young girl than just a new hobby. As if to fill the void left by shattered dreams, fate bestowed upon Day a furry companion, Tiny. The diminutive canine brought a ray of sunshine into her life, offering solace and companionship in the midst of her loneliness. However, tragedy would soon strike once again, leaving Day grappling with a burden of guilt that would haunt her for years to come. In a cruel twist of fate, Tiny's life was tragically cut short in a heart-wrenching accident. Unable to prevent the calamity as her beloved pet darted into harm's way, Day found herself consumed by a suffocating sense of guilt. The weight of her perceived failure bore down upon her, casting a pall over her already heavy heart. Doris's son said his mother's life was a series of tragedies, including her marriage. At the tender age of 16, Day's path intersected with that of trombonist Al Jordan in a club in Cincinnati. Initially unimpressed by the vivacious blonde, Jordan soon found himself captivated by her magnetic presence. Their whirlwind romance culminated in marriage 3 years later, yet beneath the facade of marital bliss lurked a dark and tumultuous reality. Jordan's demeanor veered from possessive jealousy to outright aggression, casting a shadow over their union from its inception. Barely a day after exchanging vows, Day found herself ensnared in a nightmare of physical abuse at the hands of her husband. The cycle of violence escalated when Day revealed her pregnancy, with Jordan resorting to assault in a desperate bid to coerce her into terminating the pregnancy. The toxic dynamics of their relationship proved untenable, culminating in a painful divorce just a year later. Her subsequent marriage to saxophonist George Weidler offered respite from the specter of violence, yet it too proved to be fleeting. Weidler's departure, conveyed through a terse letter, left Day grappling with the bitter sting of abandonment as she stood on the precipice of A-list fame. Despite the absence of physical violence, the wounds of rejection ran deep, casting a pall over Day's heart. In 1951, Day found solace in the arms of her manager, Marty Melcher, entering into a union that would endure until his untimely death in 1968. Yet, the shadows of betrayal and deceit loomed large over their marriage. Melcher's mismanagement of Day's finances left her teetering on the brink of bankruptcy, a betrayal that cut deeper than any physical wound. With each failed marriage, Day's faith in love waned, yet she dared to hope once more when she exchanged vows with Barry Comden in 1976. Yet, even in the twilight of her romantic endeavors, happiness remained elusive. Comden's declaration of envy towards Day's cherished pets served as a poignant reminder of the chasm that separated them, ultimately leading to their separation in 1981. Doris Day's marriage to Marty Melcher, unfolded as a tale of love and betrayal, shrouded in the shadows of deceit and financial ruin. Their union, born amidst the glittering lights of Hollywood, belied a darker truth that would unravel in the wake of Melcher's untimely demise. Their entanglement began innocuously enough, with Melcher assuming the role of Day's manager in the late 1940s, navigating her burgeoning career through the labyrinthine corridors of fame. Yet beneath the veneer of professional partnership lay a forbidden liaison, as Day and Melcher embarked on a clandestine affair despite his marriage to singer Patty Andrews. By 1951, the stars aligned, and Day found herself walking down the aisle with her manager-turned-lover, sealing their bond in matrimony. For 17 years, they navigated the tumultuous waters of marriage, basking in the glow of apparent bliss. Yet, as the adage goes, all that glitters is not gold, and the veneer of happiness masked a labyrinth of deception and betrayal. The death of Melcher in 1968 lifted the veil of illusion, revealing the true nature of their relationship. Day, once ensnared in the web of her husband's charm, found herself confronting the harsh reality of his deceit. The man she had trusted implicitly, who had wielded influence over every aspect of her life, emerged as an enigma shrouded in deception. The revelation of Melcher's duplicity struck Day with a force akin to a thunderbolt, shattering the illusions she had held dear. The discovery that he and his lawyer, Jerome Rosenthal, had squandered her hard-earned fortune left her reeling, plunging her into a maelstrom of debt totaling $500,000. Rosenthal's mismanagement of Day's finances, marked by shady investments and a lack of accountability, further compounded her woes. Armed with steely resolve, Day waged a legal battle against her erstwhile confidant, embroiling herself in a protracted courtroom drama that laid bare the depths of her betrayal. As she fought tooth and nail to reclaim her financial sovereignty, Day embarked on a parallel journey of redemption, assuming the mantle of responsibility with unwavering determination. The arduous task of paying off her debts loomed large, yet Day refused to be cowed by the specter of financial ruin. Her indomitable spirit found expression in her return to the small screen with The Doris Day Show, a testament to her resilience in the face of adversity. Through sheer grit and determination, Day emerged victorious, securing a landmark court victory that awarded her over $22 million in damages. In addition, Doris's son also revealed a conflict between his mother and grandfather that was difficult to resolve. Doris Day's early years were marked by the specter of familial discord and upheaval, as the fracture in her parents' marriage cast a shadow over her childhood. The departure of her father when she was just 12 years old left an indelible mark on the budding star. Yet amidst the turmoil, Day harbored a complex mix of emotions towards the man who had walked out on their family. In her autobiography, Doris Day, Her Own Story, Day offered a candid glimpse into her fractured relationship with her father, describing him as a staid German bigot in her early memories. Despite the pain of abandonment, Day struggled to harbor resentment towards him, grappling with conflicting feelings of longing and disappointment. The unexpected reunion with her father in 1956 offered a glimmer of hope, a chance to reconcile the fractured bonds of family that had long lain dormant. Their encounter at the train station in Cincinnati, Ohio, held the promise of reconciliation, yet it also unveiled startling revelations that would challenge Day's perceptions of her father. Invited to visit her father's bar, Day was taken aback to discover its location in a predominantly black neighborhood. The presence of Luvania, her father's fiancée, served as a hope, embodying the transformative power of love and acceptance. Day found herself enveloped in the warmth of their embrace, witnessing firsthand the profound changes that had taken root within her father's heart. Yet the fleeting moments of reconciliation were marred by the specter of racial prejudice, as Day's father faltered in the face of societal expectations. Invited to her aunt's home in an incredibly racist neighborhood, Day extended an olive branch to her father, hoping to bridge the chasm that separated them. However, the palpable discomfort that permeated the air underscored the deep-seated divisions that still lingered within their fractured family. In a poignant yet heartbreaking moment, Day's father chose to leave Luvania in the car, a silent testament to the barriers that stood between them. The missed opportunity for reconciliation hung heavy in the air as Day waved goodbye to her father, a bittersweet reminder of the wounds that remained unhealed. Doris Day's decision to bid farewell to the glitz and glamour of Hollywood in 1975 marked the end of an illustrious chapter in her life, yet it heralded the beginning of a new journey infused with purpose and passion. With the curtain drawing on her storied career as both an actor and singer, Day turned her attention towards a cause close to her heart: animal advocacy. Embracing her role as a champion for furry companions everywhere, Day dedicated herself wholeheartedly to the cause of animal welfare. The biography recounts how she channeled her energies into supporting various nonprofit organizations dedicated to the well-being of animals, leveraging her celebrity status to shine a spotlight on their plight. In a poignant return to the small screen in 1985, Day hosted Doris Day's Best Friends, a television show that served as a platform for animal advocacy. Through the lens of her unwavering compassion, Day endeavored to raise awareness about the importance of responsible pet ownership and the need to protect our furry friends from harm. As the years unfolded, Day retreated from the spotlight, embracing a quieter existence far removed from the frenetic pace of Hollywood. While she occasionally graced the public eye with the release of an album in 2011, her focus remained firmly rooted in the tranquility of her private life. However, whispers of intrigue and speculation swirled around Day's seclusion in her later years. In 2013, revelations from Day's longtime handyman, Sidney Wood, painted a picture of a reclusive star who had withdrawn from the world, purportedly spending her fortune on her beloved pets. Wood's account hinted at the profound impact of personal loss on Day's psyche, particularly the death of her son, Terry Melcher, in 2004. According to Wood, Day's bond with her son transcended the conventional bounds of motherhood, forging a connection that ran deep into the recesses of their souls. The loss of Terry left an unfillable void in Day's heart, precipitating her retreat into solitude as she grappled with the weight of grief. However, in the aftermath of Day's passing in 2019, her friend Leah Price offered a contrasting perspective, refuting claims of Day's reclusiveness and financial woes. According to Price, Day found solace in the sanctuary of her home, surrounded by her beloved pets and immersed in the simple joys of life. Far from being a recluse, Day remained actively engaged with her fans, relishing the opportunity to connect with them through her correspondence. In the twilight of her life, Doris Day's legacy as an icon of compassion and kindness endures, a testament to the transformative power of love and the enduring bond between humans and animals. Through her tireless advocacy and unwavering dedication, Day left an indelible imprint on the world, her spirit immortalized in the hearts of all who were touched by her grace. Continuing Doris Day's sad story series, her son shared a heartbreaking loss. Doris Day's on-screen partnership with Rock Hudson transcended the silver screen, blossoming into a genuine friendship that captivated audiences and endeared them as Hollywood's quintessential "it" duo. Their collaboration spanned a trilogy of iconic romantic comedies, cementing their status as one of the most beloved pairings in cinematic history. Their enchanting chemistry first ignited in 1959 with Pillow Talk, a romantic comedy that captivated audiences with its witty banter and playful charm. Day and Hudson's on-screen rapport was palpable, infusing their characters with an effervescent energy that captivated audiences and sparked a cinematic love affair for the ages. Their partnership flourished in subsequent collaborations, including Lover Come Back and Send Me No Flowers, each film a testament to their remarkable chemistry and effortless camaraderie. Day's luminous presence complemented Hudson's suave charisma, creating a dynamic duo that lit up the silver screen with their infectious charm. Reflecting on their on-screen partnership, Day fondly recalled the genuine affection that defined their relationship both on and off-screen. In a 2015 interview with People magazine, she remarked, "I think the reason people liked our movies is because they could tell how much we liked each other. It came across that way on screen." Day's sentiment encapsulated the essence of their friendship, a bond forged in the fires of mutual admiration and respect. The year was 1985, and Day's star power shone brightly as she extended an invitation to her dear friend and longtime co-star Rock Hudson to join her as the very first guest on her show. However, as Day prepared to welcome Hudson onto the set, news of his AIDS diagnosis sent shockwaves through Hollywood. Despite the gravity of his health condition, Hudson remained steadfast in his commitment to Day, honoring his promise to appear on her show despite his deteriorating health. In July of 1985, Hudson made his appearance on Doris Day's Best Friends, a poignant reunion between two beloved stars whose friendship had stood the test of time. Day, ever the consummate professional, greeted Hudson with open arms, brushing aside concerns about his frailty and exhaustion as she enveloped him in a warm embrace. Reflecting on the emotional reunion, Day later recalled to People magazine the toll that Hudson's illness had taken on him during the taping of the show. "He was very sick, but I just brushed that off, and I came out and put my arms around him," she remembered. Despite the somber backdrop of Hudson's failing health, the reunion between Day and Hudson was infused with a sense of warmth and camaraderie, a testament to the enduring bond between two cherished friends. Tragically, their tearful goodbye after the taping of Day's show would be the last time she would see her dear friend. In October of 1985, just a few months after their emotional reunion, Hudson succumbed to complications of AIDS, leaving behind a legacy of talent, friendship, and courage that would endure for generations to come. The last thing Doris's son revealed was that her roles stereotyped her too much. While her early career was marked by her prowess as a singer and dancer, it was her foray into romantic comedies in the late 1950s and mid-1960s that propelled her to the pinnacle of success. One of the crowning achievements of Day's career came with her role in the 1959 romantic comedy Pillow Talk, opposite Rock Hudson. The film not only showcased Day's comedic timing and charm, but also earned her an Academy Award nomination, cementing her status as a leading lady on the silver screen. Day's dynamic chemistry with Hudson captivated audiences and set the stage for a string of successful collaborations that would define her career. As an essay published in the University of Texas Press's Cinema Journal noted, Day's transition from musical comedy to romantic comedy marked a turning point in her career. While she had already established herself as a talented performer in the realm of musicals, it was her pivot to romantic comedies that truly showcased her range as an actress and endeared her to audiences worldwide. During this golden era of cinema, Day's popularity soared to new heights as she charmed audiences with her infectious smile, effervescent personality, and undeniable talent. Films like Lover Come Back and Send Me No Flowers further solidified her reputation as the queen of romantic comedy, earning her a legion of devoted fans and critical acclaim. Despite her undeniable success as a Hollywood star, Day often found herself confined to the constraints of her stereotypical girl-next-door image, grappling with the limitations it imposed on her artistic expression and public perception. One of the most poignant examples of Day's struggle against typecasting came in the form of a missed opportunity, the chance to portray the iconic role of Mrs. Robinson in the seminal film The Graduate. Director Mike Nichols extended the offer to Day, recognizing her talent and potential to breathe new life into the character. However, Day ultimately turned down the role, citing her discomfort with the character's morally ambiguous nature, famously remarking, "It offended my sense of values." The decision to decline the role of Mrs. Robinson underscored Day's commitment to upholding her personal principles and values, even at the expense of a career-defining opportunity. Yet, it also inadvertently reinforced the perception of her as the quintessential girl next door, a characterization that Day herself struggled to reconcile with the complexities of her own identity. In her 1976 autobiography, Doris Day, Her Own Story, Day bared her soul, revealing the inner turmoil that had long plagued her as she grappled with the limitations of her public image. Tired of being confined to the narrow confines of her on-screen persona, Day sought to reclaim her narrative and challenge the misconceptions that had long overshadowed her true essence. Yet, despite her efforts to break free from the shackles of typecasting, Day found herself perpetually tethered to the image of Miss Goody Two-Shoes that had come to define her in the eyes of the public. The snub from the American Film Institute in 1999, which omitted Day from their list of the top 50 greatest screen legends, served as a stark reminder of the enduring ignorance and misconceptions that surrounded her legacy. What do you think about the difficulties that Doris had to go through as told by her son? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.